is the Weekend Inspirational Notations, or WIN report, for the weekend of Friday afternoon, July 12th, through Sunday night, July 14th. We will be consulting tarot messages and rune wisdom to get a glimpse into what we can expect from the vibe of the tribe, to what's to be expected, what's to be rejected, the arising and surprising, and finally, the romantic waters of the love boat. As always, we will be using Hope's Heart Tarot cards and Odin's runes to look deep into the weekend ahead. Are you ready? I am. Let's shuffle. So, using Hope's Heart Tarot. Hope's Heart Tarot. Let's ask, what's the vibe of the tribe and what's to be expected? What's to be rejected? What's the arising and surprising? And of course, what are the waters the love boat is floating in? We just go into that state, that dreamy state. Shuffle. Cut once. Lay the cards down just as they are. And knock to seal the deal. Let's consult the runes. What's to be expected? What's to be rejected? What's the arising and surprising? And what are the waters of the love boat? Go into that mode. I could shuffle all day. It's such a nice feeling. Don't worry, I won't. I'm going to cut once, lay them down just as they are, and knock to seal the deal. So what's the general vibe of the tribe? How are people going to be feeling, reacting, responding? Just what's the general tone? Well, let's consult Hope's Heart Tarot first. What do we have? A sort of upside down Knight of Coins. And this one says, longing for the sustainable, right? The Knight of Coins is about being a good steward, planting, farming, and longing for stability and sustainability means respecting nature. Maybe it's a weekend to be out camping and understanding our connection with Earth, our sustainable connection with each other, and how simple life can be and still be pleasurable. Longing for sustainability, appreciating the outdoors. The rune that corresponds with that is Sawilo, turned at the 3/4 direction. What do we get? Reconnected. How gorgeous is that? I'm also noticing something just turning over these two cards. Sawilo, of course, is about the sun or connection with the divine. And look at what's helping the farmer inside of you. The sun. Appreciating nature and sustainability, enjoying time in the sun. That sounds great. What's it going to lead to? A reconnection. A reconnection to what? Source energy, the sun. Where we don't need connection. We do need connection with others, but we have our own connection, which makes our connections with others even more valuable. Yet it leaves us independent because we have our own source of energy, our own connection. Wow. This is going to be not only an enjoyable, but a beneficial weekend. What's to be expected? What's going to come up in all of this? Well, I can see it's a reversed card, and it is, atrophy. Okay, what's to be expected is a little bit of atrophy. It says here, a shadow of your former self. Well, as we're looking for sustainability and we are appreciating nature and we are feeling, reconnect, maybe the atrophy will be with our false self, with what we don't need to be anymore, with fear and competition and rivalry, or striving for unworthy goals. What's to be expected when we come to appreciate nature and really want to be connected to a source energy is releasing all of that kind of falls away. I think that's interesting. So what's the the rune that goes with it is the blank rune. to embrace your own creator energy. Embrace your own creator energy. You can write your own ticket, guys. How you like that? With atrophy, with releasing all of the tasks and the desires and the striving that are unnecessary when you're sustainable and you have simple pleasures and you appreciate nature and you're reconnected to source energy, you can write your own ticket. It could be a much more profitable, easy, graceful way. I love that. What's to be rejected? It's another reversed card. I don't know what it is. Reversed. Ooh, a barren legacy. The 10 of diamonds, the 10 of coins, is about the legacy you leave behind, the inheritance you leave behind on this earth, and not only that, but the inheritance that you are passing on, the responsibility you're taking from your ancestors. Inheritance. Reversed, it's a barren legacy. Well, if we live unsustainable lives and we don't leave something to go on, we're just consumers, we're going to leave a barren legacy, and that's to be rejected. And I can totally see that. What else is to be rejected? Interesting. Manas, the rune Manas, reversed. If Manas straight up is peace, upside down reversed, what's to be rejected? You guessed it. War. If we are looking for sustainability and a reconnection, and we realize our false self needs to fall away and we can write our own ticket, why on earth would we give any notion to leaving a barren legacy or to worrying about a barren legacy even? We are sustainable. We are beautiful. We are passing on beautiful messages. And of course, we're going to reject war. Cool. I can't wait to see the rising and surprising. It's a straight up card. What is it? The 8 of Wands. The rising and surprising is sudden and abrupt movement. Movement forward in places that you thought were frozen. Forward motion, just kerboing. There goes the Lipizzaner in the capriole. Takes a lot of energy. It takes a lot of training to be able to fly in the air like that, right? It is sudden movement. It's kind of interesting once we realize what's sustainable, once we reconnect with source energy, and then we let anything false fall away, and we have our own blank ticket, and then we realize that we are responsible for everything that has been passed down to us, and that we are not going to leave behind a barren legacy, and that we are going to reject war. You know, you might say, I don't have any control over war. Right, but you can be peaceful and loving to everyone around you, and especially to yourself. And what does that result in? The thing you were probably chasing in the first place. Forward movement. It's kind of funny. When you let go of it, it comes to you. And what is the rune that goes with it? It's a familiar one. It's been coming up a lot in our reads lately, but K-Naz. K, the torch. The torch that brings the light in the dark. Knowledge. K-Naz is knowledge. Bringing light to the dark. Wow, that's a rising and surprising. The movement and the knowledge. Wow. I wonder if it's an epiphany, a V8 moment. Or I wonder if it's somebody telling you something that you didn't know before. Or you come back on Sunday night from your nice weekend and to realize, wow, I have advancement in my life. I'm bringing knowledge and other people are bringing knowledge to me. There's a light in the dark. That's pretty cool. So what are the waters of the love boat? Well, Odin's rune says cleverness. Being clever. Being clever in friendships and partnerships and romantic situations means being careful with our words, constructive with our words, deliberate in what we say and how we say it, measured words, measured thoughts to get the right outcome. That's good. Maybe it helps us have better manners in our relationship, or to speak our truth, but in a very honorable, compassionate way. To listen to the truth in a very open way, listening to understand, not listening to respond. Wonderful. It sounds like all of these energies of the weekend are setting up a great scenario for partnerships and intimacy. And what's the rune that goes with it? Inges. I can't make this up. Male fertility. Manifesting, doing, making, male fertility. Isn't that interesting? Inga's to do. What a great week as we reconnect and long for sustainability, as we let go of the false self in anything that just isn't in our best interest, isn't in our highest and best interest. Maybe our easier slide through interest, but that's not serving us. And it gives us a blank page. It gives us a fresh start to embrace our own creator energy and to envision our own future, and then start to write that ticket. As we release a barren legacy, as we reject war within ourselves and with others, and then, surprisingly, our life bounds forward, and we are given knowledge, are given a light in the dark that we shall pass on, knowledge and a light in the dark, and it'll lead our way. We'll be clever and careful in our conversations with others, and feel very fertile and like we can manifest and do what we need to do. It's another great read, another great weekend. Have a great weekend, everyone. I'll see you next Thursday. This has been Joan Kristen Haugen reporting from J&J Optical in Sturgis, South Dakota. Please like and share this video, and feel free to comment as you see fit. If you'd like your own reading or your own deck of Odin's Runes or Hope's Heart Tarot, just visit prairiemagic.com or follow the links below. Have a great weekend, and we'll talk to you next Thursday.